All right, guys, I'm back. Hope you had a good Easter. I am still kind of fried from the weekend, but I'm here, and I've seen this now. I've looked at this thread from yesterday, and so I feel like we have to talk about it. Black Girl Gamers has responded to Gothix talking about her experiences with them in the past, and the funniest part, as you'll see as we get into this, is the amount of people, the obvious the obvious bad actors in this that are basically going, yes, queen, slay queen, you got him this time, you dropped the receipts, girl. When the reality is that nothing that we didn't already know is pretty much disclosed in this 33 tweet thread. So, Black Girl Gamers at 10 p.m. last night tweeted out, Part 1. First off, we want to thank you all for the outpour of support. It's truly heartwarming to see our work has touched people from all backgrounds and had an impact. No, the only people that are actually giving you guys support are the people who are already part of your group to begin with. We're here to provide you with a thread of Gothix TV's engagement with Black Girl Gamers from 2017 to the present day, featuring her interactions with the cookout community, which has since dissolved. Fortunately, both communities documented our engagements with Gothix TV, and contrary to previous statements that Gothix TV made, she was never, quote, recruited to Black Girl Gaming, and she voluntarily left that community in 2019. Receipts enclosed. Now, the funny thing is they keep talking about receipts. The only, quote, receipts that they have one screenshot that shows that Gothix was definitely in a more, I'd say, liberal mindset, which she has already said she was. Basically talking about how people in my chat use the N-word and it makes me so triggered. And look, I don't fault a black person for being upset about somebody calling them that name. I don't think that that's even, you don't have to be a left-wing liberal person to be offended by the word. I do think that you do interpret words differently when you have a victim mindset, but that's a whole different topic. So they go on to say Gothix TV was never recruited to Black Girl Gamers. In October 2017, she joined after learning about the community, as many of our members do, via social media and word of mouth. Community membership does not equal employment or contractor. And the very funny thing is they're sticking with this idea. They're sticking with this idea that we're a community and we didn't employ her. But Black Girl Gaming is also a business that does employ people. And this was when Black Girl Gamers first got messaged by Vanessa or Gothix TV. Hey everyone, don't think I've ever had the chance to say anything. My name's Vanessa. I'm new to the streaming world. I mainly do horror games. Trying to balance life and streaming. Hope to chat with some of y'all. Just trying to figure out how to do it best, get some support, get some help. And then they approved her request to join the group 2017. So far, receipts prove nothing. Absolutely nothing. Upon joining, it's important to note that she agreed to adhere to our community guidelines, which prohibit the exhibition of anti-blackness. I'm going to stop right there. They also have transphobia, respectability politics, and discrimination against religion, culture, sexual orientation, and gender in the community. I find it funny that a group that's supposed to be 100% for black women has to talk about transgenders and politics and discrimination based on religion or culture or orientation or gender. You should only be black women if you're truly a black women's group. But for some weird reason, again, it's this whole victim culture where they lump all these groups together. It's like, but you're not even sticking to what your name is. You're not a group of black girls or black women in gaming if you're including people who are not biologically and culturally or ethnically black women. So, of course, they have their rules here. So that's what they're leaning on. You're going to see this again later. They're leaning on this, okay, well, she violated this policy because she was anti-black. Okay. While she was in the community, Black Girl Gamers supported and uplifted Gothix TV, and she reciprocated the support. However, she was never a freelancer, contractor, or employee. They're really hammering that home, okay? And these are not receipts. Oh, some Twitter interactions between her and them. Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's a big gotcha there, guys. When Gothix TV also experienced racism from the gaming community, our private community was a safe space for her and supported her. This further clarifies why our private community exists, so that when our members experience this behavior, they have a safe space to retreat. And the funniest part is they want to talk about this, where she talks about how I'm a Twitch streamer, last night was horrendous, about 10 people spammed different variations of the N-word, basically just clever ways someone could write the N-word, and it was getting really frustrating, and she just doesn't know what to do. Okay, again, I don't fault a person who's being racially slurred for being bothered by it. That's whatever, that's normal. I think that was a normal reaction on her part. So I don't know how that's a receipt either, but we'll continue. In response to Gothix TV's questions about tips on safely streaming on April 11th, a BGG admin suggested streaming under our FKA Twitch community/team. I don't understand what this quite is. It's some sort of affiliation where she was streaming under the Black Girl Gamers banner of some type. I don't know. By definition, it is voluntary to stream to a Twitch community and you're not employed contracted by BGG. I don't understand the whole Twitch community. When I've streamed on Twitch, I've always been by myself. I've also had no viewers on Twitch, so that's a whole nother topic. So, again, she's feeling irritated on April 11th, 2018, and someone said, and again, they crossed out the name of all the people that worked for Black Girl Gamers or were affiliated. It's very strange that they have their receipts, but they're crossing out who she interacted with. Hey hun, some tips on BGG can help you curate a more friendly community. Stream to the Black Girl Gamers Twitch community, post in the Discords when you're about to stream. Streaming to the Twitch community meant you streamed on your own channel with an association to Black Girl Gaming. The Twitch team did not stream on the official BGG Twitch channel. Members who wished to stream to the BGG Twitch channel, our community could, as long as they adhered to the rules. Okay, so I don't understand how that's a receipt. So they let her associate with their channel. Okay, so far there's not much there, but fine, we'll continue. Later in 2018, the founder of Black Girl Gamers, this is the JN Lopez here, was invited to attend TwitchCon San Jose, California by Iniki.org. Since BGG's founder lived in the UK, it was her first and only time attending TwitchCon. Okay. Founder of Black Girl Gamers attended TwitchCon with Iniki. She took pictures with several members, one of them being Gothix. Again, not sure how that's a receipt. Gothix has already admitted she's a member of the group. In July 2019, following the casting announcement of Little Mermaid, Gothix TV shared tweets about Ariel's casting. Now, this is where this thing actually starts to coalesce. Gothix shared messages or tweets about the whole Ariel thing with the race swapping, and the Cookout group didn't like it. So then they decided to point out here that BGG and the Cookout are separate communities. While a few members might have dual memberships, someone in BGG might not be in the Cookout and vice versa. Although the Cookout no longer exists, the following records of their interactions with Gothix TV were retained due to comments she had been making after she voluntarily departed from the community. So they're hammering home, not an employee, and left voluntarily. They've done this several times throughout this thread. In this message to the Cookout, Gothix TV also initially stated that she felt that most of the harassment she'd been receiving was from members of the Cookout, and later message she clarified that she was unsure. She did not reference BGG at all. So because she didn't reference BGG or Black Girl Gamers at all, it couldn't possibly have been members that were members of both. The funny part is, she gives them a Google Drive here when they ask her, because she talks about how these people in the group are calling her all these racial slurs, and these are black people calling her these black slurs. They talk about how maybe you can give us some evidence, give us some screenshots so we can address it, blah, blah, blah. We understand it'd be upsetting, and then she does. They don't link the Google Drive down here. We don't get to see the Google Drive. We don't get to see the evidence for ourselves, but apparently they have receipts. The Cookout expressed that they do not condone harassment and would address the matter once she provided evidence, and then she did. Okay? On July 8th, 2019, Gothix was removed from the Black Girl Gamers Twitch community for violating our rules while streaming. She wasn't fired or removed from the community at that point, she was just no longer associated. On July 9th, 2019, Gothix informed the Cookout that she was voluntarily leaving. Now again, they kind of glaze over this. She goes, hey, I just wanted to give you the courtesy and let you know that I left the Cookout. I was watching some of the comments in stream and it's clear I'm not wanted. Thank you for being a great leader, but I don't think it's a good fit for me anymore. Pretty respectful. And then they go on this paragraph basically talking about how we understand and it sucks if you've been harassed, but you need to understand about the things you say and what you've done, and basically how you could have handled this better is the way I interpret it. And maybe you'll interpret it differently. You can go find this on Black Girl Gamers Twitter thread. It's on there. You can go look for yourself. But the way that this reads is, maybe you shouldn't have been a better person. Maybe you shouldn't have acted the way you did. Additionally, the Cookout also explained that the community wasn't upset just because of the Ariel casting, but also due to previous comments she had made. Up until that point, many members of the Cookout had mentioned Gothix in a positive light. No evidence, no screenshots, nothing. The Cookout tried to mitigate the situation, however, Gothix still chose to leave the community. I love it. If you're being harassed by your own closed community members and you feel like it's being done because of your beliefs or politics, somehow that's on you that you chose to leave after being harassed. The same day that Gothix left the Cookout, she also voluntarily left the BGG community before we could reach out. Here's the info that a BGG admin sees for Gothix TV's profile versus another member that was removed. And so I'm not sure how this is a receipt. It's just showing, okay, so she left versus we've restricted this other person, I guess. Big whoop. Big receipts you guys have so far. And we're like more than halfway through the thread. October 1st, 2019, following her voluntary exit from BGG, Gothix messaged our Twitter page alleging harassment by members of BGG and the Cookout on Twitter. We requested details about the individuals involved to investigate, but she didn't respond and subsequently blocked BGG. This is the same woman that gave you guys evidence of people in the Cookout harassing her, and you guys did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. So again, this is where Gothix messaged them and said that she's being harassed. And then their response was, "Hey Gothix, I'm sorry to hear this. I'm keen to investigate further. Can you let me know the individuals involved?" Okay. If you honestly don't realize at this point that she knows you guys aren't going to do dick about it, I mean, that's obviously that they're just gaslighting her. They know that she knows that they're not going to do anything about it. Since Gothix blocked us and never responded to our message requesting the names, it prevented Black Girl Gamers from launching a formal investigation. Oh yeah, sure, okay. Additionally, we wanted to ensure that Gothix TV's assertion that people allegedly harassing her were in fact BGG members, as just because someone is a black woman in the gaming space, that does not mean they're a member. No, of course, most of us normal people know that they're being black and a woman doesn't mean you're part of a psychotic group, but apparently you guys think that all black women need to be here. We never heard from Gothix again until 2020 when she began spreading false narratives about the Cookout and Black Girl Gamers, as if both communities hadn't previously tried to address her concerns when they were raised actively. And it says, oh, please see the previous thread. Okay. Throughout 2020, Gothix continued to smear the reputation of BGG while admitting that she voluntarily left both BGG and the Cookout despite their efforts to address her concerns. This is when both communities made the collective decision to begin documenting. Documenting what, guys? There's literally nothing that you guys have documented. These are the worst freaking receipts I have ever seen in my entire life. Before we could remove her, she removed herself voluntarily and disregarded her efforts to investigate. So they show this once again where she was not removed, that she removed herself. On May 29th, 2020, during a dispute between Gothix and Twitter users over her remarks concerning George Floyd, we advised our community not to engage with her, to block, unfollow, or mute her posts if they were triggering. I love it. So here you go. This is a formal announcement. You must read this. As a lot of you have already seen on Twitter, there has been yet again some engagement back and forth with a former member of the community. If you see anything involving Gothix TV on social media, we ask for you the safety of the community. Please do not engage. We recommend if you don't like what's being said, please block, unfollow, or mute at this time. Gothix is so dangerous and so toxic to these people that they just are telling people randomly, just go block her so you don't see her posts. Since 2020, Black Girl Gamers has not heard from Gothix until this week when she went on a publicity run promoting her documentary while continuing to omit the fact that she left both communities voluntarily. Honest to God, this is all they have. She left. Our silence up until now should demonstrate our lack of ill will towards Gothix. However, in pursuit of success, we can't permit her to defame BGG or distort the truth by scrubbing her own accounts and admitting what truly happened. And then they do the TLDR. This is it. This is all they've got. And you have the receipts. This is the last time we'll address this. Come on, guys. That was piss poor. Terrible. I can't believe what a pathetic job that was of actually providing receipts. I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh on them. Maybe there's more to it. But honestly, I don't feel like there is. I feel like that was just complete garbage. Yeah. Anyways, the fun part is Gothix is actually going to be addressing this all tomorrow. She tweeted that out earlier. So if you guys have any thoughts, share it down below. I'm very, very curious where this all ends up. Because remember, Black Girl Gamers is not just like a Facebook group. They're also a business. They have employees. They do consulting. And that's what's gotten them into a lot of this hot water, is because of the fact that they've allegedly discriminated in how they've hired people specifically on the basis of gender and ethnicity. So I'm very curious to see where this goes. Just leave a comment down below, share and like the video if you find this intriguing. I certainly do, and I will see you guys later. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have two channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.